Hello, everybody. My name's Bryce Krawchuk. I'm a Canadian powerlifter with the IPF. I've got a couple of world records under my belt, a bunch of national championships, and I've been doing this for a minute or two. I'm here today at elitefts. And one of the things that I still struggle with, despite some of my successes in powerlifting, is continuing to fill out my weight class. And doing so means some dedicated hypertrophy work. When you've been doing the main lifts for a long time, a lot of times the only way to continue to grow is to introduce some novel movements in some novel ways. So today I'm going to take you through something called Myo-reps. Now, Myo-reps is maybe just kind of a fancy way of saying rest pause training. Myo-reps was coined by a guy named Borge Fagerli. Probably not saying his name right. But anyways, what it consists of and the reason that I like it so much. First off, the reason I like it so much is because you're able to get a really good, solid hypertrophy stimulus without creating a huge amount of recovery debt. If you're somebody like me, who's maybe in their mid-30s, maybe been lifting for a while and doesn't tolerate just adding on, 5 or 6 sets in order to get that hypertrophy at the end of a workout, using Myo-reps can be a great way to do it. Now, how we do it. The first thing that's going to happen is there's going to be what's called an activation set. So this is going to be a first set of anywhere from 10 to 15 reps, and you want to leave 1 or 2 reps in the tank. So the first activation set, then you're going to have back off sets, and you're going to rest, I like to say 5 or 6 breaths between your activation and your back off sets. Now you're going to do these back off sets as kind of an AMRAP, and you're going to do them until you get to a set at absolute failure that's going to be maybe a third of the reps you started with. A couple of the protocols I like to use are to start off with a set of 12 with 1 or 2 reps in the tank and go until you get to a set of 3 at maximum at failure. Or start off with a set of 15 and go until you get a set of 4 or maybe 5 at failure. So we'll walk you through it. I'm going to do some curls today. Don't get the amount of weight on here, but we'll start off with basically our set of 12. And this might be, I might be sandbagging a little bit here, but so there's 12. It probably wasn't that close to failure, but yeah, I just want everybody watching to get a little bit of the flow of it. So I'm going to take about 2 more breaths here. I'm counting them on my other hand. And then we're going to go again. So we'll go back through. And this time, we're probably going to end the set a little closer. I think we got about 6 there. We're going to take another couple rests, or breaths rather. And that's essentially it, right? Myo-reps have been something where I've been able to pick a target muscle group 1 day per week on each of my training days. So 4 days a week, 4 different muscle groups, hit it nice and hard, and it doesn't impact my training outside of, a very manageable amount of fatigue and recovery. There we go. That's close enough to failure for today. I would recommend doing these with something like a hamstring curl, leg extension, some sort of isolated movement. Probably not something to be using with a full free squat or bench. So try that out for hypertrophy. I hope it works. And thanks to elitefts for having me on here. Take it easy.
This is Dave Tate from elitefts. Last year, we partnered with Ken Kanakin to co-host the Swiss Symposium. It's built on hypertrophy and sport medicine for strength athletes and practitioners to come together in one place, which will be the Columbus Hilton at Easton. You are going to learn how to level up your training based upon the success and failures of others. You have to stay on top of your game if you want to be able to make the success and move forward at the pace that you want. Just to name a few of the presenters experts that will be presenting. We're going to have Matt Winning, Brian Carroll, Eric Serrano, Jim Wendler. That's just a few. These experts will be presenting on low back injury and prevention, exercise selection, as well as a business, steroid recovery, and restoration panel. If you want to network with one of the experts that we have presenting, we're going to have people there to be able to help you do that. To register for the Swiss Symposium, go to the elitefts.com website, look for the banner on the homepage, click that, we'll see you there.